Hello people, today I'm gonna talk about the hero's journey. So, in the hero's journey, there are usually 12 stages, so that's okay. But in this video, I'm gonna only talk about 10. So yeah. So, first of all, what is a hero's journey? It's when a hero goes through a very special quest, full of the unknowns and the creepiest of the creeps. Makes you interested in it. It's like the hero doing a quest. The hero usually goes and starts with the ordinary world until the special world. It always starts with the ordinary world and then it ends with the special world. The ordinary world is a world where the hero usually stays at, like where he stays as an average person, while his special world is a world where he stays or be called that as a hero. So yeah, that's the hero's journey. That's all I got for you. Okay, let's get to the real part of this project. There was once a human that was named Fresk. Fresk accidentally fell in the hole. Fresk fell on a pile of flowers and dandelions. Fresk was fine. He was not harmed, not a single bit. But his feelings were not fine. Then Fresk met Flowey. Flowey said that he wanted to help Fresk. Since Fresk was new, he allowed him to help him. The call to adventure part is where Flowey warned Fresk, saying, "Do not trust anyone, it's either kill or be killed." That is where Fresk got worried. In this stage, Fresk was getting worried about going out of the underground and started to get nervous about not getting out. Then, when he remembered about what Flowey said, whether kill or be killed, Frisk was determined, yet worried about the unknowns, whether is Flowey lying or telling the truth. He was also worried about going to the genocide route. He wanted to be pacifist, and if Frisk wanted to be in the pacifist route, he will be in the pacifist route. Frisk was determined about being a hero and getting out. He was determined about getting out of the underground. So he chose the pacifist route because no one deserved the pain they used to have long time ago. Frisk was just wandering around until he found a new creature he never saw before. This new creature's name was Toriel. Toriel was excited to meet him. Toriel's advice is to spare every creature. Frisk was very happy that he found someone that can finally lead him back to his place where he belongs. Then Toriel invited Frisk to her place. Frisk agreed to stay at Toriel's place. Each night, Toriel bakes for Frisk butterscotch and cinnamons. While Frisk is asleep, Toriel sneaks out of bed and does criminal activities. In the dawn, surprisingly, Frisk awakes, completely unaware of what happened or what does Toriel do in the dawn. Frisk found out that Toriel is not home. Frisk looked everywhere. Then Frisk looked deeper in the basement of her house. Then he finds Toriel. Toriel was surprised and unaware. She tried making excuses in order to Frisk can go to bed. But Frisk will not be easily bluffed or fooled, so he asked Toriel what was in the door she was about to enter. Toriel, without hesitation, opened the door slightly so that Frisk can pass. Frisk was fighting for good, by being merciful with others and kind, but when it goes to evil, Frisk ultimately turns into Korra and kills the evil. Then Frisk realizes something. As if what happened in the animation. Now that Frisk is ready to meet his ultimate boss, he will finally have enough power and encouragement to beat the evil villain that caused all of this problem in an instant. As you can see in the animation, the Frisk was not afraid a single bit, and then shaken, rolled down to his throat. It felt like butterflies in his stomach. Frisk was afraid. He thought that he had enough power to actually beat the villain and thought it would be an easy bit, but it was never one. Frisk was afraid again. The main idea of this animation is that Frisk was having problems trying to concentrate about beating the villain rather than actually beating him without any problems. He thought that he would do any mistake in order to fail the mission and start it all over again. He was so afraid. Frisk should have supposedly killed his villain. Instead, he was merciful enough to spare him. For Azrael was very thankful, but afterwards his work is done. Even though Frisk was nervous at first, he did a very fine job for him. Frisk's reward was to get out of the underground and be happy again like where he was in the first place. He can finally go back to his ordinary world. But now that Frisk had done everything that was needed in her job, and now that it's all done, it's her time now to go back home.